Ever since the SARS-CoV-2 started infecting people, there has been a rush to find a vaccine against the virus. Now, Russia has already registered a vaccine and plans to begin vaccination from October this year. It usually takes years or even decades to develop a vaccine. Just think about it. Work on the HIV vaccine has been going on for almost 40 years and we still do not have a viable vaccine. And what about the fastest vaccine that was ever created before the COVID-19 pandemic? It was for mumps, and even that vaccine took about 5 years. Therefore, it is surprising that in a span of just 7 months after the genome of SARS-CoV-2 was published, Russia announced that it has a vaccine. Experts had estimated that a COVID-19 vaccine would take at least a year, even if all the shortcuts and new technologies available are used. Now, technologies have improved tremendously since the first vaccine against smallpox was developed by Edward Jenner in 1796. There was a great feeling of optimism that the vaccine for COVID-19 could be fast-tracked. What these new technologies do is that they speed up the work at different stages of the vaccine development. But first, let us understand how the vaccine development takes place. Vaccine development begins with preclinical studies in which possible targets for the vaccine are identified. During this process, it is determined which protein or which section of the genetic material of the virus can be used to prepare the vaccine. The vaccine is basically prepared from components of the virus which the human host can recognize as foreign and develop antibodies against. AI or artificial intelligence, which has also become all too common in our daily lives, is also used in this identification process and makes it faster. Once the component of the virus has been identified, the next step is animal testing. Here, hamsters and guinea pigs are generally used as they are good surrogate for humans. This is where the fast tracking of the COVID-19 vaccine begins. For example, Moderna did not wait for the final results of the animal studies and started planning for the first phase of the human trials. This saved some precious time. The animal testing is followed by human trials, which are done in 3 phases. The first phase involves small safety trials carried out on a small group of people. Here, the vaccine developer wants to figure out the correct dose needed to make the vaccine effective and at the same time also ensure it does not harm the humans. Once this phase is passed successfully, vaccine developers repeat these tests on a larger group of human volunteers to see if antibodies are produced. And then this step is repeated again in the third phase, in a group even larger than the second phase. In this step, it is established that the antibodies produced can actually protect from the disease. The aim of all 3 phases is to establish just 2 things. 1, the vaccine is effective against the disease, and 2, it is safe for humans. One of the reasons that the vaccine development takes such a long time is because the developer has to be absolutely sure that the vaccine is effective against the virus before moving on to the next phase. But because of the urgency to contain COVID-19, vaccine developers are moving ahead or combining and merging different stages of trial. One of the reasons they can do this is because they are supported by agencies such as the Coalition for Epidemic Preparedness Innovations, and they do not have to fear financial losses. To fast-track vaccine development, instead of using the whole pathogen, developers are using parts of the pathogen that trigger the immune response. So, instead of protein, researchers now use the pathogen's genetic material which enters the body and produces the protein that triggers immunity. Moderna is using such snippets of viral genetic material in their vaccine. In India too, a variety of technologies are being used. Some vaccines are also using genetic material. For example, Zydus Cadila is using a DNA sequence to trigger immunity. So what are the pros and cons of using these experimental technologies? The positive here is that we have a hamper of technologies which can quicken the vaccine development process. But in haste, vaccine developers could be cutting corners and not taking enough safeguard against adverse effects. Everyone wants a vaccine quickly, and it is easy to lose sight of right and wrong. To hasten development, there are proposals to carry out phase 3 trials as challenge trials. In these trials, participants are deliberately exposed to the virus after receiving a trial vaccine. Public health experts are against this as COVID-19 does not have a cure as of now. It would be impossible to treat the people in the trial if they contract the disease. However, proponents say that these people would not be at any more risk than those who are not part of the trial and are living in high transmission areas. They feel challenge trials are necessary as phase 3 trials can take years. Also, the pandemic could die down naturally and then there would be no way to figure out whether the vaccine works or not. Russia's vaccine is yet to undertake the phase 3 trials. Their registration certificate stipulates that it cannot be used at a large scale till January 1, 2021. Maybe Russia plans to use challenge trials. While the race for the first vaccine is on, all we can do right now is to be careful and continue to take precautions.